Hi, and welcome to this course on increasing your app's downloads with App Store optimization. I'm Bennett Hui, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself before I go into the course. I published my first app in early 2012, and it took me about 2 weeks of long hours and a lot of hard work to develop it. Now, I did more of the concept and the design of things. I didn't do any of the programming. I outsourced that role to get the app done. Now, marketing the app was actually a lot more work than developing it, but my efforts paid off. And what happened is I made the top 30 in its category in 13 countries. And I hit number 2 in several countries. I was second only to WhatsApp Messenger because I had chosen the category of social networking. In hindsight, I might have wanted to change my category because WhatsApp was a very strongly downloaded app. But that's water under the bridge. It's something that I would have done now, but back then I didn't know to do. And I broke even on my development costs within the first 6 days of me publishing that app. That app has gone on to get over 1 million downloads, and it still makes money to this very day. And I've gone on since then to publish over 30 apps and games for iOS and over a dozen on Android, and I'm still making apps and games for both those platforms to this very day. Now, through this whole process, I've spent a lot of time researching, testing, evaluating, lots of trial and error to really understand how the app stores work, and that's what I want to share with you in this course. So there are 1.5 million apps in each respective app store, in the Apple App Store as well as the Android Google Play Store. And you may have found, if you've published an app before, that after publishing your app, it seems very difficult to get noticed. And it's no wonder that it's that way, because there's so many apps out there that it's really hard to get noticed. You may find that there's very few downloads that only trickle in over a long period of time. And other means outside of the App Store in terms of getting attention are very challenging, they can be very expensive, and they're also very limiting in terms of how many downloads you can get from them. So what is this course about? App stores are the biggest source of free traffic you can get for your app. So it makes sense to invest your time and effort into getting this traffic. And ASO, or App Store Optimization, is about getting people to discover your app, download it, and use it. And this is done in 2 ways. The first way is getting ranked highly in the App Store charts. So when you hit the top charts, more people are exposed to it, more people see it, and you have a better chance of them looking at your listing and downloading your app. The second way is showing up in the search results when people search for certain terms or phrases. So if someone's looking for a very specific type of app, like a productivity app on, let's say, a document scanner, and they type in document scanner in the search term, you want your app to show up in those results, ideally within the top 10 or number 1 of those results, but definitely within the top 10 of those results. And when people download your app, it results in more downloads. And so there's this snowball effect where because the app stores put a lot of weight on how many downloads your apps have gotten, it'll result in more downloads because your ranking will increase as more people download your app. So what this course is not about. This course is not about using shady services to game the app stores. And this, if you do this, it will get you banned. So we're not touching anything related to this. And it's also not about mobile advertising, which could cost a lot of money and can be very tricky to navigate. So we're going to stay away from those 2 things, definitely. Instead, this is about viral chart growth, where your app grows on its own from optimizing your app store listing. Now, I want to end this video just with how app stores generally rank your app. And they rank your app based on 4 things. The number of downloads your app has gotten, as I mentioned before. The next thing is history, how long your app has been available in the App Store. So if you have 2 apps that are ranked very close, but one app has been in the App Store for longer than the other app, it will have a slight advantage over that other app. Another thing that has heavy ranking is rating and reviews. So it's really important to get real non-paid reviews. You may have been contacted by some services where they say, pay us some money and we'll get lots of reviews for you. Stay away from those types of services, because I've seen it happen time and time again. When there's paid reviews involved, it will get your account banned. So you do want to get real non-paid reviews. And the last factor is activity. Now this is really big with Android and it's becoming really big with iOS. But what they're looking at now is the amount of usage time that people are using your app. And so it ranks your app usage. And because of this reason, because of activity, you must make quality apps and games. So in the next video, I'm going to go more into App Store optimization, what it is, what it's all about, and how you can benefit from it.